Mike's journey to fluent English. Mike was a man of great curiosity and ambition. He came from a small town and could read and understand English well, but he struggled to speak it properly. Despite this, Mike decided to travel to England for a new job opportunity as a software developer. While he was confident in his technical skills, he knew that his speaking abilities might become a challenge. Arrival in England. Mike was excited about the new chapter in his life. However, his struggles began the moment he arrived at the airport. A customs officer asked him routine questions. "Why are you here?" the officer asked. Mike paused, understanding the question but struggling to respond fluently. "Job. Software. Work," he said slowly. The officer gave him a puzzled look but eventually let him through. Mike felt embarrassed and realized he needed to work on his speaking skills to thrive in England. Challenges at work and in daily life. Mike's colleagues at the office were friendly and tried to engage him in conversations. However, during meetings, Mike mostly stayed silent, understanding what was being discussed but lacking the confidence to contribute. One day, his manager asked for his input during a meeting. "Mike, what do you think about this idea?" Mike hesitated and responded with broken sentences. "I think it is good, but maybe we try another way?" While his manager was kind and encouraging, Mike felt disappointed in himself. Outside of work, daily interactions were equally challenging. At a cafe, he struggled to understand the barista's question, "For here or to go?" He pointed to a table, hoping it conveyed his intention to stay. On another occasion, Mike got lost and struggled to ask for directions. His fragmented sentences made it difficult for others to understand him, leaving him frustrated. A new plan to learn English. Mike decided to take action. He knew improving his English would require effort and determination. Here's what he did. 1. Watching movies with subtitles. Mike began watching English movies with subtitles to observe how native speakers used words and phrases. He paused frequently to mimic their pronunciation and intonation. 2. Mirror practice. At home, Mike stood in front of a mirror and practiced speaking common sentences. Watching himself gave him confidence and helped him refine his expressions. 3. Language apps. He downloaded an app to practice speaking and listening daily. The app provided feedback on his pronunciation and guided him through conversational scenarios. 4. Workplace support. Mike approached Sarah, a friendly colleague, and asked for her help. Sarah agreed to have regular chats with him and corrected his mistakes gently. Her encouragement kept him motivated. Expanding efforts and meeting new people. To improve further, Mike joined a local language exchange group where people from different countries practiced English together. It became a safe space to make mistakes and learn. He also started attending community events like weekend markets, where he practiced small conversations with vendors. One day, Sarah introduced him to her friend John, an English teacher. John suggested creative ways for Mike to improve. "Why don't you join a drama club?" John said. "Acting helps with expression and confidence." Mike followed the advice and joined a small theater group. Performing lines in front of others boosted his speaking fluency and made him more comfortable expressing himself. Creative techniques. Mike also discovered new techniques to enhance his learning. Recording himself. Mike began recording himself speaking on various topics. Listening to the recordings helped him identify and correct his mistakes. Thinking in English. He made a conscious effort to think in English throughout the day. Whether he was planning his tasks or describing his surroundings, he forced himself to use English mentally. Flashcards for phrases. He created flashcards with useful phrases and practiced them while commuting or walking. Singing English songs. Mike started singing along to English songs. This helped him improve his rhythm, intonation, and vocabulary in a fun way. Online conversation partners. Mike found a conversation partner online and scheduled weekly video calls. These real-time interactions helped him practice speaking naturally. Facing new challenges. As Mike's confidence grew, he started tackling new challenges. One day, he was invited to a party by his colleagues. Nervous about speaking to a group, Mike decided to go anyway. At the party, he listened carefully and joined small conversations. Though he made mistakes, his colleagues were supportive, which boosted his morale. Another challenge was making a phone call to set up his internet connection. Without the ability to rely on gestures, he had to explain everything clearly over the phone. Although it took time and repetition, he succeeded, which gave him a sense of achievement. Public speaking and professional growth. Mike's language group organized public speaking events. He began with short speeches but gradually grew confident enough to address larger audiences. Preparing these speeches helped him structure his thoughts and deliver them fluently. At work, Mike's speaking skills improved significantly. During meetings, he contributed ideas more confidently. His colleagues noticed his progress and praised him for his efforts. One day, he had to give a formal presentation to clients. Nervous but prepared, Mike delivered a clear and confident presentation. His manager and colleagues were impressed. Looking back, Mike's journey taught him that learning a language takes patience and perseverance. From struggling to order coffee to giving professional presentations, he had come a long way. His experiences in England not only improved his English, but also transformed him into a more confident and resourceful individual. When Mike visited his hometown, his friends were amazed at his fluent English. He smiled and said, "If I can do it, anyone can."